If you're motivated to help the city and the state, then you want to be in there when times are tough to try to make a difference.
Carol has made a real impact in addressing some of society's most intractable problems: homelessness, improving college access for thousands of historically marginalized communities, fighting hard to ensure taxpayer dollars were spent wisely and maximized for people who needed help most, and protecting the heroes of 9/11.
She's one of the hardest working people I know. She's one of the smartest people I know. She combines an intellectual brilliance and a practicality, and she's driven always to do the right things.
Carol has been at the center of so much forward movement in the city of New York. She has real credibility, and so when you're talking with her, she's able to weave in connections from such a broad group of people.
I grew up with public service and government from my father's career, starting as a local journalist on Long Island, all the way through to being chief of staff to a U.S. senator. So it was really just kind of in my bones from my childhood.
Under Carol's leadership, Homes for the Homeless provided shelter and services to thousands of families annually.
About 40 years ago, I decided to start a small foundation, and I was looking for somebody to run it for me. And behold, I was introduced to Carol Kellermann. Homes for Homeless was our first major effort to create something new, and it's been enormously successful, and today bigger than ever. She was ceaseless in her search for knowledge. She was solving issues that she came across before they ever caused problems.
As executive director, Carol revitalized Learning Leaders and more than doubled its budget and volunteer corps.
Learning Leaders had been an anchor for school improvement and parent involvement, and then it went through a period of really hard times. And Carol took over as the CEO and rejuvenated the place, reinvented it, made it more relevant.
In her role as president of the Citizens Budget Commission, Carol held city officials accountable for an annual budget of nearly $100 billion, enhancing transparency in the use of taxpayer funds.
I first met Carol when I was deputy mayor in the Bloomberg administration, and we were doing budget presentations, and given her role as the president of the Citizens Budget Commission, she was somebody that was highly sought after. She really held government officials accountable for the decisions they were making in regards to taxpayer dollars.
With Carol at the helm, the September 11th Fund expended more than $500 million in grants that aided more than 100,000 victims of the 9/11 attacks.
She has an ability to stay focused, to see it from conception to reality, and she did that in countless number of ways through the September 11th Fund. When Carol came in, we suddenly could figure out that there were tens of thousands of people who no longer had health insurance connected to their jobs. So many people were made unemployed. And Carol went to work quickly, and she set up an insurance program for these people that served 15,000 families.
Under Carol's direction, CUNY's ASAP program achieved transformative success, more than doubling graduation rates and establishing a new benchmark for student achievement.
The purpose of the program is what would happen if we kind of hold a variety of resources and services together into one integrated model that would help students from beginning to completion.
Working with the CUNY presidents, the different schools, she can put together a program which has been proved to be successful beyond anybody's wildest dreams.
My observation is that an awful lot of how she leads is about helping other people come into their own leadership. In every role Carol has had, she's really built the next level of leaders and supported those people through their leadership.
Carol's helped me with my career in the sense that she really pushed me to join the Harvard Legal Aid Bureau. Hearing about her experience of joining a 2-year clinic where you get to go in the greater Boston area and help people when they need it the most, and just being able to follow those footsteps and paid for it has definitely been the greatest impact.
Carol was always unflappable, and not only was she unflappable, she always kept things in perspective and could laugh at some of the funny things that would happen, or some of even the frustrating things that could happen. The criticism is meant to be constructive, but that could raise the ire of those in office, whether they're a governor or a mayor, and Carol never backed down.
I am proud of many things that I have been involved with. I feel the best about my participation in government, in particular, the time I spent as an advisor to my friend of more than 50 years, Chuck Schumer.
She combines a really sharp-edged ability to get things done with a deep, caring compassion, not only for people in the abstract, but for individuals as well.
I know that when she gets involved, she executes magnificently. America needs a lot more people like Carol Kellermann.
To present the award, please welcome to the stage Femi Akindumila.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Femi Akindumila, and I must say, it's an incredible honor to stand here tonight and present this award to Carol Kellermann, a leader, a mentor, and an inspiration to so many, including myself. I first met Carol through a mentorship program at Harvard Law School and quickly learned that more than just any mentorship, it was a relationship that would profoundly shape my path forward. From day one, Carol went above and beyond, not only offering guidance in navigating the challenges of law school, but also challenging me to think beyond the traditional routes. Law school has a clear path and many of us feel compelled to follow, but Carol's example of choosing public interest over corporate work gave me the courage to listen to my own voice. Thanks to her, I decided to join the Harvard Legal Aid Bureau, where I've had the privilege to offer pro bono legal aid services to those in need, just as Carol did. And just like Carol, was also elected as president of the Bureau, inspired by her hard work. As you've heard tonight, Carol's achievements are truly extraordinary, from helping thousands of victims and families through the September 11th Fund, to ensuring financial accountability for billions of dollars in public resources at the Citizens Budget Commission, to providing shelter and services to thousands of families with homes for the homeless. Carol's work has been a lifeline for so many. As tough as she is, Carol also has a sense of humor, something I've come to greatly appreciate. As I remember studying for hours for torts or contracts, I could always look forward to her emails about the pictures, about her many adventures across the world. When I think about Carol's legacy, a proverb comes to mind. A society grows great when old men plant trees they'll never enjoy the shades of. Carol has been planting seeds throughout her career, helping others grow. She's been a constant support, never expecting anything in return. She does it out of the goodness of her heart, and that generosity has been a common thread throughout her life and her work. Carol, thank you for everything you've done, for the seeds you've planted in my life and the lives of so many others, and for showing us what it means to lead both with brains, heart, and most importantly, with courage. It's an honor to present you with the Fedcap Group's Community Impact Award. Please join me in congratulating Carol.
Isn't he great? Thank you so much, Femi, for being here and for that wonderful, moving introduction. And thank you to my friends and colleagues for contributing to Fedcap and for being here or watching it online. And many thanks to those I've worked with over the years who agreed to be recorded for the video. Those who know me know that I don't like to be the center of attention. I'm a behind-the-scenes person, and so I was very uncomfortable about being honored, and I continue to be uncomfortable, much less having to watch a video about myself. But I couldn't say no to Chris McMahon and my husband. When they set their minds to something, it's very hard to stand in their way. And more importantly, there is no organization with more resonance for me than Fedcap. How could I refuse? First of all, my connection to Fedcap is rooted in family. My mom's cousin, Marty Silberberg, so also my cousin, worked with Fedcap for many years, first as a volunteer and later as a board member and its chair. It was Marty who introduced both Mark and I to Fedcap and who encouraged Mark to join the board many years ago. And his daughter Eve is here with us tonight. And also, my dad worked closely with Senator Javits, who was revered in my family, and my father served as his chief of staff in the mid-1970s. And Senator Javits was the sponsor of the legislation which expanded the program that has made it possible for nonprofits like Fedcap to employ people with disabilities to provide services to the federal government, such as what they do in New York by providing the cleaning services at the federal courthouse and at Ellis Island. Also, Fedcap's programs and work are animated by a value and vision that I very much share, that people can overcome obstacles and marginalization if they have the tools and the encouragement to achieve. Projects I've worked on over the years, like ASAP at CUNY and Learning Leaders, have exemplified this belief. As you know, or have learned by watching the videos and hearing from Fedcap leaders and clients tonight, Fedcap is dedicated to making it possible for people who face very real obstacles to change their lives for the better. This work is not easy, and it requires getting into the weeds with individuals and coming up with solutions that are actually effective. But instilling the sense of the possible makes all the difference and runs through what Fedcap does, whether it's training and managing a workforce of more than 1,000 workers with disabilities to deliver top-flight service to government agencies, or helping troubled teens to finish high school and find roles in the workplace, or counseling mothers who have young children with special needs. So my discomfort notwithstanding, I'm very proud and honored to receive this award, and I promise to continue to do all I can to help and support Fedcap's important work and path forward for so many people. Thank you all for being here.